On.
Okay.
So we're ready. We're live here, Karen.
Hey, hi, Keith. Uh, hey, hi, guys. If you are watching me, I have a very special guest today. I have Keith, who is actually a former oil and gas professional who has worked not just in Canada but also in Cuba, right, Keith? And he is a dad of two wonderful kids as well. And yeah, Keith is doing this business full time. So, yes, please help me welcome Keith, who is my business partner who is working in this business, guys. So, yes, hi everyone. If you are new on my page, this is Kiran. I am a full time IT professional and I'm also running this business as my part time or as a side hustle, as a plan B. So, yes, welcome all, and I hope everyone is having a good Monday evening and everyone is just charged up. So, yes, I would just like to pass it on to Keith. Keith, would you like to introduce yourself to us?
Yes, thanks, Karen. So, as you mentioned, yes, I'm a former oil and gas professional. I'm married. I've got two sons. My youngest son is 18 now, so he's getting up there. My older son is 27. We have my oldest son's girlfriend. I call her my stepdaughter. She came from Cuba and is living with us in Canada now as well. And I've got three dogs and full time on this digital business for just over a year now. So I'm busy at this full time. That's what I do, Karen.
Oh, that's really thanks. Thanks for that introduction, Keith. And yeah, we will just move on to our questions. So yeah, you have already introduced yourself. So I will move on to my second question. And my second question for you is, what was your why for starting this business?
So my wife for starting this business, I'll give you the whole story, and it's a long story, but I'll try and keep it very short. Back in 2020, well, even before 2020, it was 2018, I actually found this business. And I didn't know what it was that I was looking at because I was following some people on social media, and I noticed that they're personal friends of mine, and but I noticed that their posting on social media was changing, and so um, I wanted to know what it was that they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us know kind of how they have this business structured. You just don't tell everybody exactly what it is from the very start. You have to take steps in order to learn what it is. And so I did that. It took me a while up until 2020 when I actually bought into the business. But at that time, I was still working in Cuba. And so at that time, I was planning my exit out of Cuba. So my why for starting the business was I saw potential in this business to do something after I got out of Cuba because I didn't want to work in the oil and gas business anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest reason for that is it's not because I don't like the oil and gas business that I was in. I loved what I did. I loved where I worked at. I loved my job. I have no issues with any of that. My problem was is I spent all of my time working. And that seems to be a common reason why many people are looking for something different or supplement their income or maybe doing something totally different where they don't have to work a traditional job going to an office or you're a nurse going to a hospital or something like that. So my why was to get my time back for me and to spend it with my family because you can see now I keep it's my joke, but I've got gray hair now and I'm getting older and you know, so I'm closer to the end of my life than to the beginning of it, and I've spent my whole life working. So that's my why, to get my time back and to spend it with my family, Kieran. That's why.
Yeah, that's really nicely said, Keith. Yeah, because ultimately, what we all are aiming for is to get that time freedom where we can take charge of our life. Yeah, that's why even for me as well, though I'm not full time into this business, but still going down the line, I do want it to be my primary hustle and not as a side hustle. And that's the reason that, and that's the goal that everyone of us is working towards too. Thanks for that detailed answer, Keith. And yeah, moving on to my third question for you. Why did, because as you mentioned that you had already seen this opportunity back in 2018. So, and when you started this in last year, I suppose. So, why did you choose this particular business and you did not choose any other business over this business, Keith?
Well, there's no real reason. Again, I personally know a couple that are in this business, and I saw what it was doing for them, and I saw the business structure, I saw the compensation plan of this business. And since I've been doing this, I have looked at other businesses, but there's nothing out there that I can see that matches this business in the way of compensation. And on top of it, I'm listening to a lot of the other people that have been doing online businesses for many years. They have lots of experience. I mean, they've tried other businesses and failed at them or couldn't make a go of it. And I'm listening to what these people with their experience are saying, because I have, before I started this, I never did it on social media. I didn't understand how it worked. I didn't care how it worked because I had a job. And so I didn't understand how all of this works. And the more I get into this and the more I talk to people, this is a very good online business structure. And so you and I both know that there's lots of online businesses out there. So, I mean, at the end of the day, for me, this works. They've got awesome training. You got lots of people here that you can work with. They have what's called a daily drop-ins, and they're, I just can't even say enough about how they've got it all structured. There's just so much, there's so many tools within this business, not just the training, but there's tools. There's all kinds of different Zoom meetings and whatnot that you can partake in to learn this. So you mentioned that you're in IT. So, and you're younger than I am. So you might have some experience that I don't have with this, right, Karen? So again, I'm going way off on a direction from what you asked me, but I've looked at other businesses, and at the end of the day, pick something that you think will work for you, something that you like. And for me, I like this. Since I've been in it, I've met a lot of wonderful people here. So, I didn't, I wasn't searching for a business, so I don't have a great answer. That's my answer. I don't have a great answer as to why I chose this one, because this is the only one I've ever done there, and I did really no research before I started this.
Actually, that was really good answer. But yeah, I did research before I joined this business, and I researched certain digital platforms as well, mostly in space of selling the digital training products. Yeah, and the community support and the way this business is operated, I have not seen it anywhere in any other business community. Though I did not start the other businesses, definitely that was something out of interest. I started researching on them, especially those which sell the master resale rights and all. I did attended their webinars and everything, but the support which we get here was something which I found missing in the other platforms as well. And not, as you said, it is not just training. It is, there are so many other resources as well. Like daily drop-ins is really something which is unique to this platform, I believe, where everyone who has experience or expertise in certain area, they spend their time to help other community member, and that is something really amazing which I find about this business. So thanks, Kit, again for your answer. And moving on to my next question, which is, what are the skills which are required to start this business? Yeah.
Well, I again going back from my point of view, I didn't have any online experience, so all of this that I'm learning now are new skills that I've learned. And of course, it's like anything else out there. Of course, if you're I don't know, you're a nurse and you have skills being a nurse and you've done your job for 10 years, of course you're going to be able to find a job easier or move into a new position easier. Or you're a mechanic and you've got some skills and you've gone to school, and I'm guessing mechanics nowadays have to continually upgrade every year because vehicles are changing. They have to learn how to read the computer program and whatnot. So, you don't have to have any skills to start. Of course, and I'm not going to lie about this, it's a little bit tougher. So I've had to spend lots of time learning how to do even just this thing that we're doing here now, this live. I'm learning how to do all of this, and I've got no skills doing this. So uh, just do it. That's it. That's the only skill you need is a little bit of motivation, determination, and just do it.
Yeah, as rightly said, yeah, just do it. Actually, yes, I would just like to elaborate on that a little bit further. So, yes, guys, you might be thinking that I am a IT professional and that's the reason I'm doing this, but that's not the case. As you have seen, Keith is a former oil and gas professional. He did not have any prior experience into technical field or IT field. So yes, this business is not only for people who are tech savvy. This is for everyday people, and we really have huge community, diverse community who are coming to this business from diverse backgrounds as well. So your professional background doesn't really matter. What matters most is if you are willing to learn these new skills, to acquire these new skills, and that is the only requirement to start this business as per me. Thanks again, Kate.
Yes.
Do you yeah, coming back to my last question, do you have any message for people who are watching us or who want to start their entrepreneurial journey?
I guess the only thing that I can say is and I didn't do this, but search out what it is that you're looking at. Write down all your questions and try and figure out if this is right for you. Because maybe it is and maybe it's not. And I'll tell you what, I think that both of us would agree on the fact that if of course we want to work with whoever. We want people to come and work with us. But what we don't want to have happen is have people come and say, "Yeah, we want to do this," but they don't do anything.
Yeah.
We want people that are determined, that want to work, they're motivated, they have some reason as to why to do this, and they actually do this. They actually build the business because if they don't succeed, then neither of us succeed either. We all have to succeed in order for this to work. And so, you know, look, just look at it. Try and figure out. And again, if you're on Kieran's page or my page, or maybe you see somebody else, write down all your questions, any concerns, anything that comes to mind. And even if you think it's a silly question, ask it, because maybe that will determine whether you proceed or you don't. And that's it. And all I can say for myself personally, this is what I'm doing full time now. I get up, I work from home. I'm loving this. This is I can't explain to you how great I feel knowing that I can get out of bed every day and I go to my little office in my house and I got it set up and I work here and that's it. And I spend my days doing whatever else. So on, what was it, Friday morning, I went out grocery shopping first thing in the morning. There's nobody at the store.
That's really, yeah, hearing these experiences from people who have gained this freedom is really great to hear. And yes, as you rightly said, again, we want people who are determined, because this business is not something which you can do as a hobby. It you have to treat this business as a business and not some, some online gig like just creating few reels on Facebook and Instagram. It is not. It's a business, and we have to treat this as a business, guys. So you have to be determined. You have to be serious in doing this business, and
Absolutely.
that's when, yes, that's when even you will see success, and as a entire team, as an entire community, we all will see the success. So any last message, Keith, if you
Not really.
have?
I just, if you're interested in doing an online business, this is a legitimate business. It comes with, if you're in Canada here, if you're watching from Canada, I see we have some people watching from down in the US, but up here in Canada, you can be issued a T4 for this business. So it is an actual legitimate business, but ask the questions, and I'll tell you what, it doesn't cost anything to look. It just takes some time. And some people do take their time. I've heard of people waiting a year and a half, 2 years before they start, and then they get going and say, I wished I would have started 2 years ago at this. Because it is a business, but it does take time. It's not get rich quick. It's not none of that. And I'm not going to ever say that it is. Although I'll tell you what, there are some people that are very fortunate that start their business, and just like that, they've got
Yes.
success. I'm not one of those people. I'm having to
Yeah.
work.
Same with me. We are not one of those who have seen the instant success. Yeah, but we need to give time to anything because, yeah, as we both are, I mean, I'm still employed, you were employed, and we had given those certain years to our employers. So why not give some time to this business as well? It needs
Absolutely.
time. Yeah, and we need to put in consistent efforts to see the success basically. That's it, guys. And yeah, I would like to again thank you all whoever has tuned in. And even if you are not watching this live, and if you are watching this later as a recorded session, please drop any of your doubts, any of your question. If you are following Keith, please do send him a question. If you are following me, please do send me any questions you have. And yeah, as Keith said, no question is a silly question. So yes, all any question related to this business are most welcome. And we are here to answer all your queries related to this business, guys. And uh, thank you everyone again. And I really wish you all a very good night. And I will end this live session here. Thanks again, Keith. Thanks for joining me
Yes,
today on my
thanks for having
session.
me, Kieran. We'll have to speak again sometime.
Yeah, that will be my pleasure. Thanks, Keith.
Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good
Have a
night.
good night.